Arsenal to make offer for Fulham defender Tosin Adarabioyo. With David Luiz set to leave Arsenal this summer, it has been well reported that Mikel Arteta wants a new centre-back at Arsenal. But could that player be Fulham defender Tosin Adarabioyo? And as well as that, are Arsenal targeting Memphis Depay this summer? So many things to discuss, so let's get straight into today's video. Yo, what is going on, guys? My name is Baz14 and welcome back to your boys channel. The question for you guys today in the comments is going to be, if you could sign one realistic centre back this summer, who would it be and why? Let me know some good names down below and let's get into this video. Right, yo, first things first, let's get an update on the future of the Arsenal centre back role. The experienced David Luiz out of Brazil this summer, he is leaving Arsenal, free transfer. Arsenal are not offering him a brand new contract, and he has been Arsenal's predominant right-sided centre-back this season. It has been well reported by the likes of Fabrizio Romano and David Ornstein that Arsenal will now sign a right-sided centre-back this summer. Well, according to the reliable Athletic, they are saying that Arsenal and Newcastle are among clubs to have shown interest in Fulham centre-back Tosin Adarabioyo. Fulham's defender Tosin Adarabioyo, who is 23 years of age and 6'5" in height. This guy is massive. He's an Eiffel Tower. Adarabioyo, who Arteta knows very well from his time at Manchester City, is understood to have a buyout clause in his contracts. There is two massive things to take out of that. First things first, in terms of his days at Manchester City, it is very reported the last time Mikel Arteta wanted John Stones at the Emirates Stadium, and now you've got another ex-Man City defender in Tosin Adarabioyo who came through Man City's academy. It is clear to see that Arteta has identified that profile of centre-back that Man City have, and he wants to bring that and take it to the Emirates Stadium. And secondly, in terms of the buyout clause, Arsenal don't want to get stuck into any bidding wars or negotiations with clubs to waste time. But when it comes to buyout clauses and release clauses, as we saw last summer with Thomas Partey, all you have to do is agree terms with the player and then he's all yours, as long as you can pay that buyout clause straight up and direct. And so depending on how expensive that buyout clause is, I do personally believe that Arsenal will make an offer for Adarabioyo soon, and if it's a buyout clause, we're going to get him straight up and straight away. Right, yo, hold it right there. Before we proceed to the next part of the video, if you guys can go down there and show some love by smashing a like on the video, and also don't forget to subscribe to your boy if you are new. We are very close to 40,000 subscribers. It takes a minute of your time, it's free of charge, and it makes your boy's day. We move. But I haven't seen him play. I will say that he looks very comfortable on the ball and he has a very decent long pass on him as well. The only question is now, is he the quality of centre-back that Arsenal need to sign to progress to that next level? But do let me know your own thoughts on Tosin Adarabioyo down below in the comments. Is he a player that you want to see Arsenal sign? And if not Tosin Adarabioyo, give me some other juicy centre-back names instead. But talking about other centre-backs, let's discuss the Mbappe of centre-backs. We're talking William Saliba. In his most recent game for Nice, 113 passes completed and a 95% pass accuracy, 7 out of 8 long balls completed too. Unbelievable distributor. We've already got a top level potential ball playing centre-back already at the club, and this is why I keep drilling in the point that we need to see this guy in action next season, because he's clearly got the quality. And it's mad because if you look at Leicester City and Wesley Fofana, a player who was actually less rated than Saliba at Saint Etienne, that guy is balling out for a team that is in the top 4 that has just won the FA Cup. And so it begs the question, if Fofana is doing bits for a top 4 team, then why can't Saliba play for Arsenal? Mikel Arteta, you have to answer that question next season. But one thing I want to ask you guys is, would you throw Saliba straight into the first team next season, or do you want to slowly integrate him into the first team instead? Let me know your thoughts down below in the comments. Moving on, let's discuss the future of the Arsenal centre forward role. Right now we have the likes of Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang, but let's put him to one side and let's discuss Alexandre Lacazette. Well, the reports coming out of Spain claiming that Alexandre Lacazette would be one of the signings that Atletico de Madrid would have almost closed for this summer transfer market. Atletico have no problem meeting Arsenal's valuation for the Frenchman and will not activate the purchase option for Moussa Dembele. Only a few days ago, the reliable Football London, they were claiming that Arsenal could be offering Lacazette a 1-year contract extension. And so now the ball is in Lacazette's court, and what does he want to do? Does he want to stay at Arsenal, or does he want to move to Atletico Madrid instead? But the question I want to ask you guys guys that you can answer down below in the comments is, what do you think is the valuation of Alexandre Lacazette and how much should Arsenal accept for the Frenchman? But if Lacazette is to leave, one player who could replace him is Memphis Depay. And as you can see here, a crazy season for Depay in Ligue 1 with 20 goals and 10 assists. That is what you call levels. A great season for Memphis Depay, and most importantly for Arsenal, if Lacazette is to leave, why not go for Depay? Because you're not going to have to spend a single penny to bring him to the club because he's a free transfer. I think the only issue for Arsenal is the other clubs that will also want Memphis Depay. We've had clubs like Barcelona as well. But for me personally, if Arsenal want to replace Lacazette with a centre forward, you for me cannot go wrong with a versatile player who's had a great season entering his peak years like Memphis Depay. But I'm going to throw it to you guys down below in the comments. Would you take Memphis Depay at the Emirates Stadium next season? If not Depay, give me some other strikers that you want to see Arsenal sign. Arsenal have made the first offer slightly below 20 million euros for Sandberg, but that falls short of Sheffield United's demands, who were hoping for 30 million euros, especially as Genk have a sell-on clause percentage on any sale, believed to be around 10 to 20%. First things first, I'm not quite sure how reliable the source is, and I'm also not quite sure how good Sandberg is. Is he really worth 30 million euros? Because, you know, from a team that's getting relegated, I've seen him play a few times and he wasn't very special. I think at this point it is common knowledge that Arsenal will move into the 4-3-3 system next season, and so is Sandberg that profile player that Arsenal want to sign to address that midfield? Now personally, I would love to see Arsenal rather go for a player like Bissouma. I've got nothing against Sandberg as a player, I just think Bissouma is that level above that Arsenal should be looking to sign. But then again, I'm not the guy scouting these players, it's Arsenal going to sign these players. But I do believe 30 million euros for Sandberg, I don't want to pay that, but do you want to pay that? And if you are a fan of Sandberg, please do let me know why. What do you see in him as a player to bring him to the Arsenal so he can massively improve us? But while we are on the topic of central midfielders, we have gone up there on the future of Edvardo Kamara. As a reliable AFC Bell has said today that Edvardo Kamara is open to moving to a historically well-established club, open to playing in the Premier League, open to playing with a team that suits his style, and gives priority to playing minutes over any other advantage. Arsenal have chances to sign him, but I don't think it's convincing the player. I think it's more of the price tag that has been set on him by his current club Rennes, because despite him having only 1 year left on his current contract, we are hearing prices upwards of 50 million euros. That is the same amount of money that Arsenal paid for a world-class proven player in his peak years in Thomas Partey. And so yeah, Kamara might have the greatest of potential, but is he worth that level of money? For me, it's a big fat no. But then again, is Kamara at that level of talent that Arsenal simply cannot refuse to sign? Is he that good of a player? Please do let me know your thoughts down below in the comments on how much do you want to pay for Edvardo Kamara, and would you pay that 50 million euro price tag? You guys already know your boy's personal target. It's Bissouma. We're looking that way and that way only. And finally, let's get into the other Arsenal news today. First things first, we have leaked images of Arsenal's new home kit for next season, and I tell you what, I'm not the biggest fan. And as you can see on screen right now, here are the leaked images of Arsenal's home kit for the 2021-22 season. And yeah, for me, it just looks too much like an Ajax kit. It has too much white for my liking on the sides. I don't mind the sleeves being white, but on the sides as well, it's getting a bit too excessive. But then again, maybe when I see it on the Arsenal players, it might look a bit better. But yeah, do let me know, what would you rate this Arsenal kit out of 10 down below in the comments, with 10 being I'm gonna buy it and 1 being get in the bin, I'd rather buy a Spurs shirt. Ugh. We have also got an update on the future of Bernd Leno. As in an interview today, he has said, I don't want to flee here. I feel good and I want to be successful again with Arsenal. I still have a 2-year contract and hope to play in the Champions League again with Arsenal. So Bernd Leno has announced that he wants to stay at Arsenal, which is contrary to what he's been saying in the past. And then saying that, he then says this: it's also clear that at some point in my career, I want to do something different. So far, I've played for 2 clubs. Maybe I'll get the urge to play in another league again, but there is time. I am still getting to the top goalkeeping age, but my focus is on Arsenal. So what he is saying is that he's open to a new challenge, and maybe in the future it might happen. But for now, he respects his current Arsenal contract, which has 2 years left on it. And you know what? I am a massive fan of Bernd Leno. I think he's done very well for Arsenal over the past few years. But in terms of playing out of the back, I believe Arsenal, Mikel Arteta, Edu Gasper, all of them guys there, they have a doubt over Bernd Leno. Because after all, why would they want to sign a goalkeeper like Andre Onana, who's great great at kicking out the back if they did not have those doubts over Bernd Leno. But if you, the watcher right now, were to become Edu Gaspar tomorrow at Arsenal, would you sell Bernd Leno? And if so, what price tag are you going to set on the German international goalkeeper? And finally, we do have an update on the future of Zidane, which of course coincides with the future of Martin Odegaard. And Zidane on his future has said, "How can I tell my players that I am leaving at this stage of the season? I have not said anything to my players about my future." Florentino is still waiting for Zidane's official decision too, while Real contact other managers to be prepared. Essentially, it's been well reported that Zidane is looking set to leave Real Madrid this season, and that could be the deciding part of the future of Martin Odegaard and whether he stays at Arsenal, because Zidane was ultimately never the biggest fan of Martin Odegaard, and that's why he came to Arsenal. But if Madrid are to get a new manager, maybe he does like Odegaard and maybe wants to keep the Norwegian instead. But forget Real Madrid for a second. Do you still want to see Martin Odegaard sign for Arsenal, or do you have another attacking midfield player that you want to see Arsenal sign instead? And with that being said, that is the video there and there. As always, if you have enjoyed the video, make sure to go down there, show some love to the video and smash a like, and also don't forget to subscribe to your boy if you are new. We are closing into 40k and only you guys can make it happen. If you want to also follow your boy on them social medias, my Twitter and my Instagram will be linked below in the description. But that was the latest Arsenal news today. I hope you have enjoyed as always, and I will see you guys soon with some more Arsenal transfer news as always, because that's what we are right now, Transfer FC. I will see you later in a bit.